She buried her own twin sister alive, not out of hunger, not out of war, but because she wanted a life that was never meant for her. She believed the forest would keep her secret. She believed the earth would close its mouth, but destiny does not rot underground. And when the truth returned, it returned standing. Deep beyond the thick forest of Ilú-Ayétọ, beneath freshly turned soil, a shallow grave once lay hidden, not for an enemy, not for a stranger, but for blood. This was not survival. This was jealousy wearing a human face, a sister willing to destroy her own reflection just to steal a future. What she did not know was that fate was watching. In the ancient Yoruba settlement of Ilú-Ayétọ, elders say the moon listens when humans speak carelessly. One quiet evening, a strange wind swept through the compound of Ya Morenike. Women returning from the stream froze. Goats bleated nervously. Behind a hut, the ancient Iroko tree groaned as if something old had stirred. That night, Aduni, the gentle wife of the hunter Olamide, went into labor. When the first child emerged, the oil lamps dimmed softly. She arrives with peace, the oldest midwife whispered. She carries calm. They named her Ayo. Moments later, the wind returned, stronger, colder. The second child burst into the world crying fiercely, fists clenched, eyes sharp. This one came fighting, the midwife murmured. She was named Banuje. Above the hut, elders later swore they saw a rare sign. 2 moons sharing the same sky. And the warning followed. Twins born beneath a second moon will wrestle over one destiny. Only one will rise fully. But that night, no one understood. As the girls grew, their differences became impossible to ignore. Ayo moved like morning air, gentle, steady, healing. Her voice soothed arguments. Her presence calmed storms. Abanuye walked like thunder, restless, proud, always watching. When Ayo was praised, Abanuye was forgotten. When Ayo was chosen, Abanuye was left standing. Once, Abanuye tried to help an injured child. The child cried harder, asking for Ayo instead. Something cracked quietly inside her. Villagers whispered, "Where light walks, shadow follows." Their mother noticed strange signs. Some days, Banuje spoke to the wind. Other days, her eyes burned with something ancient. Herbs were prepared, prayers were said, sacrifices were offered. But envy, once fed, grows teeth. One bright market day, a royal procession entered Ilú-Ayétọ. At its center rode Prince Adewale of the kingdom of Ifelo-de, respected, thoughtful, and calm. Fate guided his eyes to Ayo. She dropped her firewood in surprise. The prince helped her gather them. When she smiled shyly, something settled inside his chest. "That is the woman," he said quietly. By evening, the village overflowed with celebration. Everyone rejoiced except one. Tabanuje stood in silence, fists clenched so tightly her nails drew blood. She begged her mother to take her sister's place. The answer was firm. She begged Ayo herself. Ayo refused gently. That night, beneath the Aroko tree, Abanuje whispered, "If I cannot walk into her destiny, I will bury it." And the darkness inside her finally woke up. Before dawn, Ayo went alone to the river for ritual cleansing. She did not know she was being followed. As she bent to fill her clay pot, a shadow moved behind her. The forest swallowed the sound. Hands driven by envy struck. The earth was torn open in hate. A lie was planted where love once stood. Abanuje walked away believing she had won. But fate had eyes. A young palm wine tapper hidden among the trees saw everything. With bleeding hands, he dug. The soil loosened, as if the earth itself refused the lie. The innocent are hard to kill, An old healer later said, "Light does not accept burial." While Ayo healed in secret, Shabanuje returned home wearing her sister's life. She practiced gentleness, copied Ayo's walk, borrowed her smile. But lies have weight. Mirrors felt wrong. Dreams turned cold. Music rejected her body. A mother's spirit trembled. On the wedding day, as drums thundered, they stopped. The wind shifted. Animals grew restless. Elders rose slowly to their feet. From the village path walked Ayo, alive, radiant, unburied. Silence crushed the celebration. The lie collapsed. Banuje confessed without meaning to. Witnesses stepped forward. Truth stood upright. The elders spoke as one. "You have broken a sacred bond." Ibanuje was banished into the forbidden forest, not to die, but to wander with nothing left to fight except her own shadow. Ayo, who had walked through death, chose humility. She married Prince Adewale, not as a woman chosen by beauty, but as one refined by destiny. And the elders taught the children of Ilú-Ayétọ, "Ibinu Okan eats its owner first. You may bury a body, but you can never bury destiny." What was buried stood again, and what tried to steal fate was swallowed by it. And Ilú-Ayétọ never forgot.